Welcome to another video on my channel. Now, if you are like the majority of my friends, at the end of the month, you normally have a deep thought that where did my salary or where did my income go? So the whole month you don't think about it, and at the very end of the month, when you try to make a calculation of where did your money go, you find that most of your earnings have gone into impulse purchases. I mean, stuff that you did not know and did not want and did not need, and then you ended up buying that. Now, the examples for the marketing tactics and techniques to make you go ahead and buy on an impulse, on a whim, are plentiful. I mean, like everybody's house, there would be somebody who is very prone to it. I mean, in most marriages, the wives, I mean, at least in my marriage, my wife has a very bad habit of spending uselessly. So essentially, uh, we need a way that we can go ahead and curb these impulse purchases. Now, is there some technique which can help us with that? I mean, if one was to go ahead and cut off these impulse purchases or these purchases for stuff which we don't need, uh, it would be half the battle won as far as savings are concerned. So in this video, we'll be talking of two such techniques, which if followed would help you enormously with respect to curbing your impulse purchases, and basically a sort of a technique which can help you every time that you're planning to buy something. It can tell you, or it can test the need for your buying that thing. So let's talk about the first thing first. So that's basically the rule of postponing your purchases by 1 week. So for example, if you are planning to buy something, don't go ahead and buy it immediately. Wait for a week. Now what that leads to is, it essentially gives you time to first of all ponder whether you actually need that thing. Do you actually need the stuff, or is just like the shiny new toy that you want to buy and like just feel good, which you don't really need, but you're just buying it on an impulse. So that is the first thing. The second thing, probably, which one gets the time to think about in this 1 week of postponement, is whether there are other avenues where your money could be better spent. I mean, could you invest that money? Would you generate better returns and stuff like that? So this rule of 1 week postponement actually gives you time to ponder over the need or the necessity for that particular thing. If you do this rule, most of your purchases, which are impulse purchases, essentially would just blow over. You would not be having that desire to buy, because sanity will prevail by then. The other rule, which in finance is said to be the 2 cross purchase rule, is basically the fact that if you're looking to buy something expensive, always check this calculation in your mind, whether if you are buying that particular thing, whether you will be able to go ahead and buy it 2 times over or 3 times over. Essentially, some people go ahead and use the multiple 2, some other people use the multiple 3. But if over a purchase decision, if you see that you are not able to afford buying that same thing twice or buying that same thing thrice, it essentially doesn't make sense to buy it once, because that essentially gives you the sort of the margin of safety as far as your purchase decision is concerned. So for example, if you have a 1 crore net worth, and if you're trying to buy a 50 lakh or a 60 lakh car, would you be able to buy it 2 times over? No. But that gives you a clear indication that it doesn't make sense to go ahead and buy something which you cannot afford. So essentially, these two thumb rules, very simple thumb rules: postpone your buying decision by a week. It'll give you time to ponder over the fact that whether you actually need it. Are you getting any sort of in what you call return or value in terms of purchasing that thing? Can that amount be better invested elsewhere? So these kind of thought processes can be sorted as far as your uh, postponing the buying decision by a week is concerned. And the second thing, if you cannot buy it twice over, or if you cannot buy it thrice over, do not really buy it. Like, this twice or thrice is essentially based upon the individual. there is no hard and fast rule, but most people take it as twice in terms of the purchase decisions. So I'm 100% sure most of us would be facing such decision at home. I mean, someone or the other in our family, or probably the viewer himself, would be having that habit. And if you can incorporate these two techniques, it can go a long way towards cutting down on wasteful purchase. Now, if you do have a habit, please let me know in the comment section below. For me, at a point in time, it was trying to buy electronic gadgets, but I've overcome that habit, or that kind of a temptation. So do let us know if you have that, and probably if there is some kind of an issue you're facing, I would also try to help you solve that in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want more videos of this particular nature, please come back for more on this channel. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening ahead. Bye bye.